Long time since I posted a video. Sorry about the echo. I hope you're all keeping safe in these crazy, scary times. It's madness out there, but it will, it will pass, and we'll get used to living with coronavirus. So Dow Jones, I'm just going to run over this chart today because it's quite interesting. We will be posting more videos because we are launching our website this week, which is www.trades4freedom.com. Okay, it will be a subscribed website with mentorship services, videos, daily trade calls, so on and so forth. So there will be a link to the site at the end of this video. So I want to kind of talk about the Dow Jones. Okay, so let's first of all start off with the daily chart. A little bit messy, so no, let's start off with the template. What is the template? So I normally use a plugin for MT5, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this a very simple template for you guys so you can understand it. So this is just basically bars, and I've colored the bars red for a down bar, up for a green bar, and that's basically here in the properties. Just go in here and you go colors and you change the colors in the properties. Okay, this is just a Bollinger Band with standard settings. So we've got a 20/20. I've applied it on the close. I put a red if you want to put the middle band, a little bit thicker, which we can't, so we can. So you can see it better. You can do stuff like that. This is just a pivot. You grab those from anywhere on the web. Okay. So this is very, very simple template. Okay. And then this is just standard volume. Okay. When you put your indicator volume on there, you basically, just put red, green, whatever you want. It's very simple. Parameters, levels. Put a scale on there, visualization, whatever time frames you want to see it on. Okay, so this is volume. Okay, so my philosophy on trading is trade the trends. So as soon as the price is above the Bollinger Band, we're looking for signs of strength to buy. So this gap up overnight was of no secret. Okay, the trend was already up into close yesterday. We'll go and look at the 30-minute chart. This is the 30-minute chart of the Dow Jones. I don't like my Bollinger Band to be too big, so I'm going to move that down a little bit. And what we're going to do is, I'm also an open range trader, so we're going to go and plot on here the open range of the US session, which is just here, 1630. Okay. So that's the open range. So we didn't actually get a trade to the downside yesterday in the open range of US, but what we did see is we saw this widespread down bar at the open, ultra high volume, which is expected. Okay. Then what happened to the Dow Jones yesterday is we then saw an up move. We saw some weakness coming in here. You see how that bar closed? I prefer bars than candles because you can see more. See how that bar closed on the lows? That's pressure coming in, and sure enough, that played out. We retested the lows of this bar. Okay. We found support here. You see how that bar closed near the highs and slightly higher volume than the next bar. This would indicate buyers coming in. Okay, this is the bar of interest. Look at that bar, low volume, down bar. This is a test. Okay, this is a test on a double bottom. So when you see a bar like this, that low volume down bar here, what you do is you place your buy stop above the bar, which would have been here, 23,385. And you put your stop underneath the low of the bar, or underneath even the open range low here. This would have got you into a very nice trade yesterday for almost 1,000 points if you held it overnight. Okay, so that's kind of what we look for in VSA. We look for some strength in the background. If the chart we think the chart's going up, we look for the first sign of strength here, the test of that sign of strength, and then we look for the test in the rising market, which came in here. It's not actually a rising market, sorry, it's a test off the bottom. This, my partner Deans is very, very experienced in Wyckoff. I'm a pure VSA trader, and I purely trade breakouts, mostly breakouts. I don't really trade bottoms, so I trade trends mostly. And then basically from there, we saw a very, very nice up move on the Dow Jones yesterday. Okay, we broke out through the top of the open range, which is a bullish thing. Probably on a lower time frame, we might have seen a test of that. So going into today, what are we going to look at? So let's look at the daily. Have a look at the daily. So basically, what we're looking at is we've come above this daily resistance level here. Okay, the next resistance level is this side here, so we're up around the 25,109 area, potentially 2,500 area, which would be in line with the R3 today, okay, on the pivots. So that's kind of my target for today, is 25,000 on the Dow Jones, somewhere around there, okay? So how am I going to trade this? I'm going to trade this by looking for, as long as we stay above the trend here, okay, above the trend here. This is the trend line, Bollinger Band. I ignore the outer Bollinger Bands. I just use the trend line. So I just use this middle trend. Prices above this, I look for buying signs of strength. Prices below, I look to sell signs of weakness. It's that easy. Trading is not complicated, okay? So where are we going today? I'm going to look for potentially an attempt at a gap down at open. If not, I will buy just above the line here, 24,420. Because at 24,420, I still have potentially 80-point stop. I would prefer to see a move down. 10 minutes is kind of my favorite time frame. As we can see on the 10-minute time frame, we are kind of going sideways now on the Bollinger Band. I would like to see that starting to trend up and open. So I will prefer to see kind of a breakout of this level here, 24,399. It will still give me 100 points, and I only need 100 points on the Dow Jones every day of the week, and I'll be a rich man, okay? So that's basically what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for a breakout at 24.40. If I see a move down here and I'm buying, i.e. ultra high volume or a low volume down bar, next bar up, I will buy at open. I will plot the high and low of the open range of London, and I will look for an open range breakout. So that's kind of what I'm looking for today on the Dow Jones, okay? And if this trade fails and gets an open range breakdown, then this trade plan is off the table, and I will develop a new trade plan. Okay, so always be flexible in trading, okay? So at the moment, the way the charts are reading with the news that's out there, this is kind of drifting sideways in Asia. We do have quite a lot, substantial gap on the Dow futures based on the good news overnight. Boeing's going to start making planes again. There was some good news on the tech stocks, FAS stocks as they call them, and also the coronavirus supposed drug that's dealing with the coronavirus, although it's kind of bullshit, and because it's only on a small percentage of people, very small test group, and also it is not a clinical study. So it's complete bullshit. But the futures will react to anything. Imagine when they say coronavirus is over, Dow Jones is going to go to 40,000. It's that simple. Because why? We've got stimulus in the market, and all of a sudden coronavirus is over, which it will be, you know. So anyway, I've got my philosophy on coronavirus, but I'm not going to talk about that because I'll sound like a complete madman. So that's basically the Dow Jones. That's the Dow Jones trading plan. I'm going to cover off on gold as well, because the gold chart's a little bit interesting today. Okay, so stay safe out there. Wear your masks. And use your sanitizers and all those things, you know, so stay safe.